So just yesterday, we got more information about Mushoku Tensei Season 2 at AnimeJapan 2023. We got a trailer, potential episode count. We have the release date, kind of not the exact date, but we have a month. And just a bit more information about the actual directing of the show. Specifically, we have a new director, and there's also some leaks that I'll be going over, not for this season, but more so for the behind-the-scenes technical stuff. And of course, I'll go over the trailer footage that we saw, which admittedly isn't too much. Basically, though, we have a confirmed release date of July of this year. We don't know an exact date or anything, but we just, it's the 7th month. Probably near the beginning or the end, likely not in the middle, but who knows, I don't know. And so that would be a summer anime for this year, so that's exciting, which I'm really relieved for because now that means I should be able to get all of the episode reviews for Season 1 out before Season 2 starts. Hooray! But we also have a new director change. The director was Manabu Okamoto, and he worked on stuff like Magoya, Idolmaster, Gamers, but also he was on ReZero. He was an episode director, key animator for an episode, and he did a bit of storyboarding for a few others. He worked on Darling, there's Carol and Tuesday, more Idolmasters. The dude loves his Idolmasters, but he was also the director for Season 1 of Mushoku Tensei, Part 1, Part 2, and the OVA. He did the directing, scripting, and he was the series composer. So he did quite a bit. And now we have a new director. He is not coming back for this next season, although he might play a minor role, but we don't really know. The new director is Hiroki Hirano. So this guy has worked on Sword Art Online, Alicization, episode director for episode 6, storyboard for episode 11. He's done a little bit there. He's worked on a little bit of Fate. Obviously, he worked on Season 1 of Mushoku Tensei. He was the assistant director, and he worked on a couple storyboarding and a little bit of key animating. But also, he's done Zenki Zesho Symphogear XV, Uma Musume for Victory, and Hisone Tomaso-tan. Whatever any of those are, he's worked on those. Yeah, so this isn't somebody completely new, it's just the assistant director becoming the actual director, which I'm a little worried for. A lot of people don't like the animation and art of Season 2 so far. I'm fine with it, but I do hope that the directing is better in this season, because once we get into the episode 23 review, I have all my episode reviews recorded. It's just a matter of editing the damn things. You have no idea how long it takes. And in my episode 23 review, you'll find out that I'm not the biggest fan of the anime. I think that it does a lot of weird stuff, but they seem to be going with some similar issues already concerning fits. I didn't like how Season 1 handled fits, and they, on the panel, because this was a panel at a convention, they kind of just doubled down on my issue that they did with fits. I don't like how the anime is handling fits, but who cares about that? We'll deal with that when we get into Season 2. But I do hope, though, because Season 1 kind of removed a couple important scenes for no reason, because in the same episodes that they removed those important scenes, they added in a lot of anime original scenes. And so it's why not just add in the important scenes that were supposed to be there? There's just a couple issues that I have with the anime, but it doesn't matter. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy the anime. I'm glad that we are getting an anime for Mushoku Tensei, but I don't know, I have high hopes for Season 2, is the point. But also, we have an episode count, potentially, and this is where we're going to get into the leaks. So again, this isn't a leak for, any kind of, plot point, whatever. There is a tweet from @A_trusted source. I'm sure he's trusted, but he talks about leaks from Mushoku Tensei and ReZero Production. And it says in the leak, Mushoku Tensei Season 2 director is different from Season 1. And we found that out. This was posted February 11th. And so obviously that's before yesterday. And so the fact that maybe he just guessed it, there's a chance that was just an assumption. But he says that the Season 2 director is different from the Season 1. And we, again, found out that it is different. But then it also says here, Mushoku Tensei Season 2 will have more than 25 episodes, roughly 30 to 35, which kind of means we're getting 3 cores instead of 2. Season 1 was broke up into 2 cores, 2 11-episode cores, one was 12 episodes. but it was, 11 and 11 kind of. And so this season, if we're getting about 33 episodes, it should be 3 cores. So initially, because season 1 covered, like each core so far for season 1 has covered 3 volumes of the light novel. We normally should have been getting to volume 12 in the light novel by the end of season 2, but now it seems like we're going to be getting to the end of volume 15, which honestly is a really good thing, because I was worried. By the way, it says ReZero will also get a similar amount of episodes and the character designs will be modified if you guys cared about the ReZero stuff, but that's what it says. But I am glad about this, if this is true, because the guy guessed that the director would be different. So if that's just maybe that was a guess, maybe that was an actual leak, I don't know. But I do hope that it is 33 episodes. First of all, just because we get 33 episodes of the season, that's awesome. But also it's because I am a little bit worried that season 2, I don't know if people are going to like season 2. I don't know if Mushoku Tensei would have gotten a season 3. Mainly because the trailer footage that we've seen is from like the first 2 episodes and the last 2 episodes of the season. There's no action in between there, really. There really is almost nothing. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but for those who want a nice action-packed fantasy adventure, season 2 is not it. There is, I don't want to get into it too much, but like, it's a very calm season. It's all about characters and meeting people and building relationships. That's what this season will be. There is very little action. It's very spread out. However, if they do go with the 33, because I don't know if people would vibe with season 2. If they go, oh, it's so slow, it's so boring, this is now just a slice of life for whatever reason. I don't want a season 3, and then we'd never get season 3. And so the fact that they might just be forcing the next 11 episodes to be guaranteed to get aired, that's a good thing, because those 3 volumes, like volumes 13 to 15, the third core of this season would be very action-packed. There is a lot going on. Some really cool fight. My favorite fight, actually, and I'm really excited for it to get animated. I hope they do it justice. And so that will be the last 11 episodes of the season would be very action-packed, and therefore people would be really, really into it and be like, hey, we want another season, right? So I don't know. That's what I hope's going on. But then again, this could be 3 cores of them just doing nothing but volumes 7 to 12. Because again, it's a very slow but very deep kind of season. There's a lot going on, but not a lot at the same time. They're very condensed and compact. We could just be getting the regular 6 volumes over these 3 cores, but based on just pure episode count, we should be going up to 15, but who knows? We also got another preview for this season. We got a trailer, I'll get to that in a minute, but we also got a little, you can see it here. We have Fitz's perspective of this scene, which is really cool. I like it. Which one do you like more? A lot of people like the Fitz one a lot more, so that's really cool. And something I didn't even mention is, I'll put the link in the description below for the live stream, because at the beginning of the stream, we got a new OST shown. We got 2 or 3 songs shown, which is really cool. They're almost like remastered versions of season 1's soundtrack, so it's really cool. And I really hope, what's her name, Yukio Ohara, I think? I hope she comes back for more songs for season 2. That would be amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited for the soundtrack though. But let's get into. It's kind of crazy that a series gets you a series can get you hyped just because of the music. There's something about it. I love it. But let's get into the actual trailer that we saw, which again only covers the first maybe 3-4 episodes of the season. If I'm being generous, 4 I think. Although I could be wrong, might be more. But we see Rudius traveling with the B-ranked party Counter Arrow as they're on their way to somewhere, which I will not say. But then we cut to Rudius in an inn as he looks at the charm that Sylphie had made for him, which is made out of wood. Although I don't know if he knows that it's made from Sylphie. I remember because in the box that Lilia gave him held the holy relic, which had unfortunately been washed. It also contained this, and Rudius thought that was just a cover-up, and so I don't know if he actually realized who that was from, but maybe he's put 2 and 2 together. I don't know, I haven't reread volume 7 yet, so I don't know. But we also see him clutching the holy relic as he cries, as well as he holds Eris's hair as he sits in front of a fire. We get a quick shot of him looking depressed as hell in the I believe it's the guild hall as people look at him. And we just get a whole bunch of shots of Rudius traveling with Counter Arrow once more as they're like in this snowy forest fighting off a bunch of against a bunch of bears. I don't know what kind of bears they are, but they are some big old white bears. And then he calmly talks to them before he unleashes a giant fireball, destroying the bears. But people don't like this frame. I get it. It does look a little weird, especially for a trailer shot. You'd expect it to be a little bit more high quality, but who cares? It's one scene. Let's hope it doesn't reflect the entirety of the season. We do actually get a short continuation of a scene from the first trailer of Rudius like pushing Soldat Heckler to the ground. Soldat being the guy that people mistook for Paul in the first trailer, but again, we'll get into that in a sec. But we get a continuation of that as he's like yelling at him. But speaking of Soldat, we do get another shot of him fighting, and he looks very sadistic, but Soldat, he's a great guy, he's awesome. But this is a part of the same scene where we see like Counter Arrow and Rudius fighting as like Soldat just like flips up and jumps and slices from the heavens. And then finally we get a shot of Fitz kind of just waking up and getting ready for the day, putting on his glasses and is rearing to go. And that is basically the trailer. But we got the title card, which we already saw last time, but also the release date of July. I was going to say June, but of July. But we already knew that because I had already told you. During the stream, we also got some information about the video game, which I don't think was anything new. We know that it's coming for like the major consoles for PC, Switch, I think PlayStation, Xbox, right? Just your standard stuff. We never got any like shots of that. I believe we're getting a new Nendoroid for Sylphie, which is really cool. She really has been lacking on the merch. We got a release date on a Roxy figure, which is coming out in June, and you can pre-order it now, and I really enjoy this figure. But then we also kind of just get an ad for all of the manga and light novels. Volume 26, the final volume, which I will censor because it's very spoilers. That came out a little bit ago. We also have volume 18 of the manga, which again, I will have to censor. That is the latest release. We have the Depressed Magician arc, which is the current anime arc. The manga skipped it because I don't think it actually existed in the light novel at that time. But then there's the Eris Gaiden arc, which is only, I believe, 1 volume long. I don't know if it'll be getting any, further volumes. But that's, I guess, on sale. And it'll cover her journey and what she's been up to during season 2. There's the Mushoku Tensei special book. And so I don't know exactly what's in this, but I believe it's a couple original stories, not redundancy chapters. I think it is different, as well as kind of just interviews and just behind the scenes, like Rifujin Namaganote, the creator, talking about the series, which I want to buy the book, but I wouldn't be able to read it. I'm currently learning Japanese, but that's not gonna help me here. But now we have as well Roxy Gets Serious Volume 11, which is apparently a thing, which I don't know if that was confirmed or not before, but we have at least 11 volumes, which is really cool. I like that series. Although it is kind of a spoiler, I can't exactly cover it yet. We also got the staff listed, and if you'd like to translate that on your own, you can. Have fun. But that is basically it. We got a lot of information, oddly enough. It was a very short stream, but we got a lot of stuff revealed. So I'm really excited for Mushoku Tensei. Season 2, maybe it's 33 episodes, maybe it isn't. Don't take that as fact, but there is a chance. Because it does make sense that a season would be either extra long or extra short, just because we've got 26 main volumes with probably a few extras afterwards. Dividing that up by 6, it doesn't really work. So there will be an extra season somewhere, either that's just a 12 episode season or a 33 episode season. So it does make sense for this to be the 33 episode season. And so yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I didn't even listen to the trailer, by the way. I don't know if the trailer said anything. It was probably just Rudius all being depressed and stuff. I don't know how to translate words from Japanese. I can only translate text. Hearing, you can't do that. But speaking of translating, according to Google, there were 3 little blurbs on the screen. It says, ahead of that new step, stand up again, and what to wait for. According to Deep L, it is at the end of the new step, rising again, and what awaits us. So yeah, very riveting stuff, I have to say. Kind of game-changing, actually. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. What did you like most from the new trailer? What do you think of the new directing, I guess, right? Are you a little hesitant of this new season? I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be cool. And I guess with that, there's not really anything else to talk about, so goodbye.